Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Tuesday, March 1st, 2022. Today we're pulling from the Dragon Tarot cards. So we have a brand new cycle of the moon where Tuesday is literally the new moon, as well as a brand new month. It's technically the beginning of a week. It is Tuesday, but nevertheless, three. We do have the Three of Wands as well as the Three of Cups, talking about productivity. They're talking about courage. They're talking about creativity. There's a lot of positive words that go with the number 33. Sit there and Google 33 numerology number or number meaning. I can't remember everything off the top of my head. But it is a very good positive number of more things to come. This is very much the magician. Everything that you touch turns to gold. So it's just like, don't sit there. It's hard not to, especially when it's like we go through ebbs and flows where it's like everything goes really good and then it's quiet or something happens. So I feel like it's just like in this cycle or whatever these blessings, these manifestations, these seeds that we planted, are sprouting. They're showing seedlings. So it's just like, nourish those seedlings, allow them to grow, allow them to become, something bigger than what you ever imagined. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's just putting your best foot forward. Whatever happens, going back to the Chariot for Monday, talking about, there will be bumps along the way, which is okay. Not everything is perfect, but determination, dedication, perseverance is what's going to get you through this. You will see things through. Is this a new love life? Is this a new career? Is it both? They talk about a period of abundance here, or just abundance period coming in here. I feel like as long as you're putting your best foot forward, you cannot go wrong. So we're going to start off with our first three here with the Three of Wands. Success, recognition are yours for the taking. Therefore, it is a good time for beginning a new long-term enterprise. So here we go. The words that I missed here. Long-term enterprise. So determination, dedication, and perseverance is what's going to get you forward. You do have some allies here with the Knight of Pentacles as well as the Page of Wands. Especially if the fields of arts and crafts, although it may be some time before the financial rewards come to you. Meanwhile, simply enjoy exercising your talents and have faith, and others will equally enjoy what you do. So one thing that really stood out to me was Sherry Shepherd. She's was hosting last week on Wendy Williams. And one thing that she had talked about is that if you love what you're doing, the money will follow. And you know what I mean? I feel like it's keep going, keep going, keep going. I talked about this last week. She wanted a talk show. She's been co-star on The View for many times. She is guest co-host sometimes, on different other shows. She has a podcast, but she was asking the Lord for 4 years that she wanted her own show. So, now it's, she always said it's not the time. I feel like this is where we go to our vision boards of things that we want to manifest and plant those seedlings. This is what we would like to happen. And it's just like, if we know if it doesn't happen that year, we know that it wasn't the timing. Always put your trust and the faith in the Lord. No matter what the future holds, don't get so far ahead of yourself that you give yourself anxiety, but sit there and know that the Lord always provides, or the universe, divine, Gaia, creator, whatever you believe in, they always provide. And you can see that. That is one of the things, going back to tribal trails, that really caught me, is that they were interviewing this indigenous couple, and they sit there and they hunt and they smoke the meat and everything like that, and they sit there and they preserve it. And she said, we have a pantry full of food. She goes, for ourselves, for our children, for our relatives. She goes, even neighbors. She goes, but God always provides that we will have enough food. She goes, it's kind of like with Hanukkah, they only had enough oil for one day and it lasted 8 days. Going back to where there was when Jesus went to this woman's house and she only had enough meal for maybe a day, if that, and Jesus told her, don't worry, you will have enough. I tell you, you will have enough for us. You will have enough for you and your son and many days after. And just like when he sat there and they said, Lord, we only have 2 loaves of bread and 1 fish, and he fed thousands of people. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where we would put our trust and faith in the universe, especially right now, what's going on with the world. We're trying to say goodbye to one thing that has been, corrupting us for 2 years, and now something else starts. And it's like everybody keeps praying. Everyone keeps putting positive power, even though they try to demonize it. People are putting positive powers in the right things. And I feel like that is the first step to manifestation for yourself, is to put your faith in whatever that you believe in. And know that no matter what you face going forward, you already know that whatever you believe in is there to protect you and guide you and allow you to persevere. But the universe only meets us halfway. You have to sit there and meet them halfway. This is where we talk about the determination, dedication, and perseverance. We were talking about this last week. If you know that something is coming in, what can you do to prepare yourself for it? So how can you sit there and make sure that, even if, maybe all the preparation you did was all for naught, at least you're showing the universe you're excited for this new endeavor. You try to prepare yourself as much as you could for this new endeavor. You know what I mean? And I feel like that shows the universe, whatever they're bringing in, you want this to manifest. You want this to grow. You want all the good things that come along with it. So we're going to go to our Knight of Pentacles. So I don't feel like this is in a love sense. Like, usually when we get the Knight of Pentacles in a traditional sense, this is a love coming in, that, safety and security, not necessarily in the financial front, but someone that will have your back. The Knight of Pentacles is useful, reliable, patient, persistent, and loyal. He is cautious by nature, preferring evolution over revolution, but has courage enough when it is called for. It is not a great one of spirit quests, preferring prizes you can hold in your hand over those of the heart and soul. A happy measure of wealth will come your way, but beware reckless spending. So again, Spirit is telling us we are bringing this beautiful endeavor into your life, but you have to sit there and put it where it is. I was telling my friend, they sat there and they're like me. You get paid in, you get paid increments. Sometimes we get tips. And it's just like when that increment comes in, divide it amongst whatever you're trying to pay down and sit there, even if it's $20 on one thing, even if it's $10 on one thing. I said, you will see the difference, because they have a bad habit of letting the money sit there and they're like, oh, I'll wait till it's like, a big amount and then I'll put it on. And I'm like, okay. I said, but you'll see the difference at the end of the month, because you put on what you always do, but now you're throwing more on top. I said, even though it looks like a small amount, at the end of the month, it will add up. And I said, trust me, just do it. And I said, you won't spend the money then. You won't sit there and, that money's already earmarked, but you're like, oh, you know what? I have something else. They have the tendency to be like, oh, this other thing's coming in. And I'm like, well, sometimes people, say they're going to, like with myself, I was fully booked for 3 weeks. And then the lockdown happened. Everybody, obviously, you can't have people in your home. You can't, for some of them, these are the type of people that are like local, so they want to come in your home, and they didn't want to do over internet or phone or anything like that. Whatever way I could offer, which is understandable. Some of them, it's like understandably, with prices going up too. This is a luxury thing that I do. This is a luxury item. This is not an essential. You know what I mean? So they got to earmark that money for other things. And I am an understanding person. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm not that type of person. I understand that, sometimes life comes up and, we got to sit there and be responsible and take, be like, cancel certain things. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and I told them that. I said, we got to plan for those times like that, where it's just like something comes up, and we got to refund that money. She had someone place a big order for tumblers and they had to cancel. So I'm just like, sometimes we think it's there. I said, wait until it's hit your account before you spend that money. It's just learning how to, and that's something I had to learn myself. It's like, I wait until it actually is in my account before anything. Even when someone pays ahead for a reading, I'm just like, I'll wait till the reading is done before I sit there and put it where I want to put it. You know what I mean? And I told them, it's just like, we got to be responsible. And I was telling her that, and she saw the difference. When we get financial endeavors come in, we sit there, we manifest, I need money to pay X, Y, and Z. They were showing 3 credit cards when I was reading for IG. So it's like, if you have 3 credit cards you want to pay down or just get rid of, period, because it's like, you no longer want to live off of, cards. It's just like, sit there and put the money where it's supposed to. You know, you want to sit there and have something happen in your life. Maybe you want to move. Maybe you want to go on a trip. Maybe you want some sort of luxury something. It's like, put the money away for it. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is like, they're saying this when this comes in, put it in your savings, pay off whatever you want to pay off, or period, put it in your savings. It's like, you've got to save for those things. Not saying you cannot enjoy life. Of course, enjoy life wherever you can. But make sure that you're doing the responsible thing. You know, you don't know if this is going to last 2 years, 12 years, 15 years, 50 years, whatever this is. I feel like you will be successful in this endeavor as long as you want it, but I feel like your heart is somewhere else. I feel like you want something more. I feel like this isn't in a work endeavor, a creative endeavor, you know? I do see you going far. I do see promotions. They were showing that yesterday. Whatever this is. But the thing is, you got to have faith in yourself. You have to trust yourself. And I feel like Spirit has been talking about this for weeks. The Page of Wands is a messenger, usually of good fortune, hurling good events affecting your chosen career. He is energetic, loyal, idealistic, resourceful, and honest. The best kind of friend one could hope for. He can represent either attitude you need in order to accomplish your aims, the part you must play towards someone of great influence, or the person you should turn to for help in your career. I definitely feel like more guidance. I feel like you have a potential of reaching good heights with this. But I love the fact that they're telling you, like, you know, energetic. So, you know, like, you know, make sure before you start, you know, drink your coffee, you know, make sure you're awake. You know, loyalty, idealistic. And I love the fact it's loyalty. Because a lot of times, we were talking about this last week, where their senior staff, they get threatened because a younger person comes in, or they have more experience, or X, Y, and Z. They get threatened and they don't want to teach you the little tips. They want to keep it all to themselves because they're afraid you'll take their job. Or they'll get fired because they're a senior staff. And it's just like, no. The more people, like, if you have appointments, you know that, you know, we could sit there and back you up, get whatever done while you're at your appointment. So when you come in, you have less work to do. They don't see it that way, though. They only see like, oh, this whole place will fall if we're not here. I'm like, they will hire 15 people if they have to replace you guys. Like, don't even worry about that. It's like, don't get that egotistic attitude. You know what I mean? So I definitely feel like someone is around you that will be that person. They probably already made themselves known. And I feel like sometimes we overlook people. And I feel like that's with the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. There is someone in our life, and I feel like it's like, never sit there and overlook people. You never know what they will add or, you know, take away from your life. You know what I mean? You don't know how you're going to positively influence them. You don't know how they're going to positively influence you. You know what I mean? It's the give and take, the ebb and flow, you know, in relationships. Just because they're younger, older, same age as you, doesn't matter. Everyone's experience is different. So we're going to go to our other three with the Three of Cups. A fresh start leads to success is offered. Problems that have been troubling you for a while will finally be resolved. And I feel like this is the financial endeavor, leading to a renewed sense of purpose and direction. And I feel like that's what they're saying. With this wand, you know, even if this person possesses all those qualities, they're saying show up. You know, show up and show out. And I don't mean show out in a way where it's like, oh, look at me. No. Sit there, be prepared, you know what I mean? Like they were showing, like, so I don't know if it's barista or whatever this is, learning how to use how to pack the espresso beans into the basket. You know what I mean? So I feel like, you know, how can you get prepared? Be eager to learn. This card signals the birth of a child. So I feel like they've keep telling like a birth of a child. And I feel like a child is a commitment, right? It's a lifelong commitment. They kept on talking about engagements and marriage. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is like that higher status that they were talking about, like a leveling up, you know, and some sort of title, because when you have a child, you become a parent, a mother, a father, X, Y, Z, guardian, whatever it is. You know, engagement, you become a fiance. With an engagement, it's promising that we will, you know, a verbal contract, we will get married, right? When you get married, we make a legal contract. We sign I said birth certificate, maybe birth certificate. We sign our marriage certificate to sit there and say that we are now, you know, to become one here. We're the same person, essentially. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is where there's some sort of commitment is coming in here. Like a legal binding commitment or a verbal commitment. New love, friendship, or even career, which is will lead to joy and feeling of abundance. I feel like they were talking about this, knocking of this, when they were talking about um, this will bring in joy. This will be fun. So it could be love. You could meet someone at work. You never know. If dating apps have never worked for you, you've always met your partner at work or some sort of like school or XYZ. I feel like this is what it may bring this in. So I feel like, Spirit is saying, like, you may end up having fun. You may end up making a lot of friends because you are now ready to bring this into your life. So we're ending on the Ace of Cups. So we got the Ace of Cups with Monday. So, this is all about divine blessing us, divine creator, God, Gaia, whomever you believe in. So, this is like multiple blessings, very much knockings what we're talking about in the beginning, that, with the magician, everything you touch turns to gold. So I feel like multiple blessings, an absolute yes. So maybe you're questioning this, like, oh my gosh, like, how am I going to do with this, And I feel like you will be given the tools and the resources you need to make sure that you are successful in this, I'm trying to, there was something more there, but represents beginnings of a period of joy, abundance, friendship, fertility, love, just about every good thing you could think of the emotional plane. It stands for promise of being able to act out our dreams in a period of happy creativity while enjoying yourself along the way, and being appreciated by those around you. And I feel like sometimes we do certain things in life where we don't feel appreciative. And I feel like this is where you're going to be appreciated. Nonetheless, it will call upon you for your finest qualities. So going back to, the Page of Wands there, saying like, show up, be energetic, be excited. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is what the universe is trying to say. Like, whatever has been going on or whatever you feel like, maybe it's depression, anxiety, fear, worry, and doubt, shake it off. So energetic, loyal, idealistic, resourceful, and honest. And I feel like, this is why this is coming towards you. I definitely feel like karma is still in play here. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is where this period is coming in, where you're going to be like, wow, high on life. Like, you're just going to be like, wow, I cannot believe, like, you sat there, you took this risk. You probably didn't think that it was going to lead to anything. And it's just like, you never know. You never know what one door opening will lead to. Many opportunities. They're showing adjacent possibilities in the energy oracle cards. So it's just like, you never know where these doors will lead you to. What prosperity is behind each and every door. So just walk through it. Be patient with yourself. Be patient, energetic, be excited, smile, do your best qualities. Be ready to conquer. And I don't mean conquer in that way. I mean just like whatever you're assigned here, I feel like you will conquer it. Give it some time. They're showing the number 6, so I'm wondering if this is 6 weeks. Yeah, 6 weeks. I feel like you'll be so confident in what you're doing, it'll be like nothing. They're showing training wheels on a bike. You know what I mean? So it's like we're in training right now. You know what I mean? We're learning how to ride a bike. We're all excited that we're able to be independent riding this bike. And it's like, soon we're going to start how to ride on our own. Taking off one training wheel, take it off the other. It's like, you'll conquer this. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Tuesday, March 1st, 2022. May the universe bless you good. It is the first, so set out your manifestations. Always be grateful and appreciative of all the positive things you have in your life that have happened that you are now enjoying before you set out your manifestations. Shows appreciation to the universe to bring more of that in. Bring in your ceremonies, your songs, they were saying spells for IG, whatever you do, for this, brand new rebirth in our life, of abundance, of renewal, everything more light in our life. You could already see that, with the days getting longer. And we'll see you for the next daily tarot card. Bye.